Alright guys, so this is another fanfiction idea, and this one is going to be a fun one. As you can see from the title, it's Star versus Doomsday. So, this story takes place during Season 4, and this one, for wondering, this is very much inspired by the Hulk versus Thor animated short film from the Hulk versus double feature from several years back. So this story... what it is a story, like I said, set during Season 4, and essentially Mina wants to find a way to kill the, Eclipsa and Globgor and her whole monster family, and just more or less, wants to make Muni great again. But the thing is that she wants to completely clean the board. She wants to wipe the board clean, of any kind of monster lover or monster sympathizer. Basically, all of Muni needs to be... anything under the monster lover garb needs to be destroyed. And if huge chunks of Muni's gotta go, that's collateral damage. So she more or less goes looking through world after world for something to use to take out Eclipsa. And what she finds is Doomsday. And Mina's like, perfect, he's, what better way to kill monsters than with a monster? So Mina unleashes Doomsday on the Mumin countryside, and there are Mumin monster guards just kind of sitting around in a village. They report to a village that's been attacked by a huge monster. They encounter him, and Doomsday just slaughters them right out the gate. And they're like, oh, and the only one guy survives, and it's like, it was like Doomsday. So, yes, Doomsday is on Muni, and it's now on. It's because Doomsday is now roaming the countryside, just killing everything in his path, both monster and human. When Star and Marco go with Tom and Jana to, investigate what happened, they discover everything's been butchered. The whole countryside has been completely, there are just whole humans, monsters, anything alive has just been slaughtered by whatever it is. And it's not just the men, but the women and the children. They were like animals, and Doomsday slaughtered them like animals. I had to do that, didn't I? So yes, Doomsday is on, basically being Doomsday in that he is just butchering everything in his path. And essentially is that Doomsday is now just going, just heading, on a straight path to the castle. And by this point, Star is Star and her little band and Count try to head Doomsday off because they think he's just a dumb monster. And when Star, Marco, and Tom try to fight him, they quickly realize, oh shit, this thing isn't a typical monster, because Doomsday just trounces all of them. Even Tom tries to use all of his demonic energy to unleash on Doomsday. He just tears right through it. Same with Star, going into her butterfly form and unleashing all of that magic onto it. While she does slow it down for a hot second, Doomsday just goes right back into it. So they're forced to flee, and they run back and tell Eclipsa, and they're like, dude, this is not going to end well. Wherever this thing came from, it's going to kill everyone. This thing is going to slaughter everything in its fucking path. We need to stop it. So, yeah, it's time to call in some help. So the Magical High Commission is brought into this, even though, yeah, it more or less Star goes to them and is like, look, idiots. If Doomsday kills his way through everyone, what's to stop him from getting to all of you? You guys are the most powerful beings, and you guys protect Muni too. I know you don't like Eclipsa, but seriously, you guys need to step up and help. So Magical High Commission help out. They also get Glossaric to help. They get the demon Tom musters a small army of demons from the Netherworld. The Ponyheads show up. A lot of Star and Marco's like allies and friends just all come together to be like rows and rows of defense as Doomsday continues his his one monster war on everyone. But Eclipsa actually has like Eclipsa has like a thought, because it's like, maybe like we kind of need extra help on this. So she digs through her spell book, and Glosserk's like, I know what spell you want to use, but that spell should never be used. Even you said never to use that spell, and it's a resurrection spell. More or less, she wants to tamper with life and death, because there's one person who could probably help more than anyone else. And you know who that is? That's Toffee. So she wants to resurrect Toffee for 24 hours, more or less pervert the boundaries between life and death. Like, so even though it's only 24 hours, it's a complete perversion of, the bonds between life and death. And yeah, it's not going to make anyone happy, especially with Toffee being the one, and Eclipse is just like, we need him, because there's no better general that could lead us against a monster like this than him. If we're going to win this, I need Star, I need you to trust me on this. He's only going to be here for 24 hours, and in those 24 hours, that's our best shot of taking out this monster. So while this is going on, Marco and Tom are trying their best with all their friends to like stop Doomsday, but all they're doing is just getting their asses kicked. Like, he is just completely pummeling all of them. Even Moon is there. Moon is there to help out, but even Moon with all of her power can't do anything. And that's when the Magical High Commission shows up, and they're like, dude, you're nothing. Like, you are... what kind of monster is this? Is a big spiky dude? Like, there's no way you can beat us. Like, you may as well give up. But by that point, Doomsday shows how dangerous he is, because Eclipsa uses, Hekapoo uses one of her several of her clones to like try to restrain him, and Doomsday just grabs one and just crushes her head, and they're like, oh, I'm scared now. So the Magical High Commission, all three of them, and now with Moon, all try to fight Doomsday. And Doomsday is just tearing through them. Like, even Omnitraxus tries to use all of his universal power to contain Doomsday, but he's like, there's something wrong. This creature, it defies all logic of the universe. Even all of his power, he's a spirit of the multiverse itself, and Doomsday can literally, just defy it. Remember, if you're saying that's bullshit, remember, Doomsday's literally a guy who could not live, or even the Darkseid's Omega beams, which wipe out life on a subatomic scale, did not phase Doomsday. So yeah, Doomsday literally could probably survive whatever Omnitraxus could unleash upon him. So by this point, Doomsday tears through the Magical High Commission. It is now on the doorstep at the doorstep of the kingdom, and there's armies there. Star is there, fully healed up with all the other allies and whatnot, and Eclipsa finally resurrects Toffee, and Toffee's brought back, and he's like, hell kind of kept me, I kind of kept my eyes upstairs. I know what's going on. I will be right back. And Eclipsa's like, hang on, you what? You want to leave? You only get 24 hours, asshole, and you have to. The spell means I tell you what to do. And Toffee's like, if you want to end this war fast, then you'll have to let me go. You have to let me, do this myself. So Eclipse is like, nope, I go with you. So Toffee and Eclipsa leave together while Globgor and Star and the others try to protect the castle, while they keep, baby Meteora, in the castle, hidden safe in the castle with Buff Frog and his kids, watching over her. So Doomsday by this point is already at the castle, and he's just Globgor grows as big as he can and just keeps punching him repeatedly into the ground, with everything he has, and then Doomsday just explodes out of the crater that was left behind and just punches Globgor in the kneecap, breaks it instantly, and then he just starts wailing on him until Globgor tries to grab him and eat him, but Doomsday just explodes out of his mouth, and he's just like, and poor Globgor's just on the ground like, I can't do this anymore, man. I am down. So meanwhile, Eclipsa and Toffee find Mina, who's been eyeing the situation, and Toffee's like, you send him back. You send him back, and this all ends, because Doomsday's not going to stop. I only have 24 hours. I have less than 24 hours now to stop all this, and I'm trying to save the monster kind. You're killing everyone. So Mina is like, no, I'm not going to listen to some monster. So Toffee and her engage in a fight, and Toffee beats her, and he's like, here's the deal. Either you come to hell with me, because that's where you're going the second I kill you, and I'll be there waiting, or you call off the monster and you get to live a few more years. But the point being, the moment you die, you're going straight to hell, and I'll be waiting. So Mina finally uses a spell to send Doomsday away back to the DC universe, and Toffee finally goes back to Toffee's sent back to hell, where he's like, this was a very kind thing. Maybe this will get you some clemency for the afterlife. And he's like, I don't. If there is, I don't want it. Anyway, so there you go, guys. There's my Star versus Doomsday story. You guys tell me in the comments below, what did you guys think of it? Like it, hate it, comment below, let me know. And as always, if you haven't already, hit the link below, head on over to my Patreon. Other than that, I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time in the Multiverse.